welcome to the start line of the Tour de Yorkshire Year 3. Michael, the crowds are already building. There's a ton of children down there. They're getting very, very excited.
Very exciting. Edition 3 of the Tour de Yorkshire. And we are back where it all started, of course, because it was here on the seafront of Bridlington with the beach there and Bridlington Spa just behind us where the very first edition began. And at that stage, of course, we didn't really know what the Tour de Yorkshire was going to be about. It was an offshoot of the Grand Depart, which came to Leeds and Yorkshire 4 years ago, and we really didn't know if people would come out and support this event. But it's grown and it's grown, and it's now one of the key fixtures on the British spring sporting calendar.
I'm from Madison Genesis. It's Connor Swift. Hello.
Hiya.
How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Looking forward to today. Got good legs, so let's see how it goes.
And I've been told by some of your teammates that you're the Prince of Yorkshire.
Prince of Yorkshire? No. From Yorkshire, so proud and everything, but I wouldn't go as far as Prince.
So you must know these roads pretty well. You've ridden on these since you were probably a lad.
Yeah, I live in Doncaster, so today's stage goes out towards Pocklington, so I've been around those training roads, and I've done, in a few years back now, I've done a ride out to Bridlington with my dad, and like when I was younger, and just sat behind him all the way. So yeah, I've been out training on some roads that we'll be touching on this edition.
Bridlington to Scarborough, 173 kilometres today. We have a couple of sprints to look forward to, one in Pocklington and one later on in Whitby. Always going to be exciting there on the North Yorkshire coast. But it's the 3 stages on the King of the Mountains that I'm particularly looking forward to today. And that might suit last year's winner, Thomas Verkler, because he's an aggressive rider. And I think the fact that we're going to have 3 hill climbs today, points being awarded in those King of the Mountain stages, might suit him. And remember, we come into Scarborough at the end of today, which is where he won the Tour 12 months ago.
Some people are from Flags here. What's your name?
Ruby.
Ruby. How old are you?
9.
9 years old. Are you getting quite excited?
Yes.
Yeah. What's the best thing about today?
Watching the race of Tour de Yorkshire.
What we want you to do, just for Tour de Yorkshire, is give us a big chant of Yorkshire, 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 okay? In 3, 2, 1. Well, we've got Archbishop John Sentamu. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning. Very well, thank you. Really, the feel out there is one of a carnival, real celebration, and it's fantastic that 50 children, including those who are disabled, are going to begin the race.
Yeah.
Again, where I've spoken to all of them, they're all excited. It's just so wonderful. And then, of course, when that has gone through, then you got these professional riders, as it were. But the numbers of people that have turned up is just exciting. It's just really very, very good. Putting Yorkshire on the map.
Here's the start of the Tour de Yorkshire 2017. And they're off. Thomas Verkler on his way after winning the Tour de Yorkshire last year. This will probably be his last Tour de Yorkshire, his 15th Tour de France later on this year. We wish all the riders good luck.
On commentary then on Radio Yorkshire in the centre of Pocklington, we are 43.5 kilometres in, stage 1 of the 3rd edition of the Tour de Yorkshire. Important part of the stage, Pocklington. It's the first sprint of the Tour. The first points of the Tour will be awarded here in Pocklington in the marketplace this afternoon. We've had a hilly and a twisty and turny section as the riders have travelled in from Driffield in towards Pocklington, and an 8-man breakaway group. We get our first glimpse of the cyclists now. I spot from one pro, Camille Graddock is in there, Perig Quaymanar of the Direct Energy team, the Irishman Connor Dunn as well. The others making up that 8-man breakaway group, Etienne Van Eppel the Dutchman, Angel Madrazo. I spot James Lasley Williams, Yuri Hannick of Team Rally, and Tobin Horton of the Madison Genesis team. They come into Pocklington, past the Feathers pub on the left, into the marketplace, and underneath the banner, Pocklington welcomes Le Tour, it says proudly, past the Arts Centre, the blue and yellow bikes attached to the front, the 4 Yorkshire flags, and they come out at the end of the marketplace, the T-junction. They turn sharp right, the 8-men breakaway group, and they go past the Station Hotel on the right and All Saints Church on the left. The riders heading into Whitby, we now have a 7-man breakaway group. There is no sign of Yuri Havoc of the Team Rally team. He's been dropped from that breakaway group. We are looking forward to the second sprint, though, in Whitby a few moments away. The first sprint stage was won by Camel Graddock through Pocklington. He's picked up 3 points for that win on that sprint. And we also know that Etienne van Empel, the Dutchman of the Rompot Lottery team, he'll be wearing the King of the Mountains jersey tomorrow as we see that 7-man breakaway go past us. He won the Garraby Hill climb. Again, he won the Kurt de Goethland climb as well. We saw a glimpse of the train from Harry Potter and the North Yorkshire Moors Railway, so he will wear the King of the Mountains jersey tomorrow. They've gone past the Dolphin Pub. They leave the harbour behind them, and from Whitby, it's just over 10 kilometres to the next King of the Mountains classification up Robin Hood Bay.
The speed these guys are coming over is quite unbelievable, and just see the sprint finish there, and it looked like number 53 has won the first leg of the Tour de Yorkshire 2017, and number 53 will get some confirmation, but that sounds like Dylan Groenewegen.
Yeah, I really like Yorkshire. It's a really nice race, and I've been for the second time here, so yeah, it's really nice, and yeah, the roads are really nice, and the people also. It's a really good race.
Fantastic sprint finish at the end there. It was just so close between you and Caleb.
Yeah, I was really tired, so on the last climb it was a little bit too hard for me, but the team was waiting and bringing me back, and yeah, then I could sprint for the win, and yeah, I win with 1 centimeter I think, but it was enough, and yeah, that's a good choice.
We are here in Tadcaster for the Tour de Yorkshire Day 2. All of the attention this morning is going to be on the ladies' race. They're riding exactly the same course from Tadcaster to Harrogate. We're going to be live right the way throughout the morning and keeping you updated right here on Radio Yorkshire, speaking to as many people as we possibly can, giving you the flavour and the colour of what's going to be happening.
Wherever we were when we recce'd the race 2 weeks ago, there was so many people saying, "Oh, you're here for the race in 2 weeks, aren't you? You're coming to recce it," and they knew all about what we were doing, so that was really exciting.
Days to the story. Have a lovely day today. Thank you very much for joining us on Radio Yorkshire.
No worries.
It's going to be a Yorkshire win. Lizzie Dagnan with a clear minute or so ahead of the chasing pack. She put on a bit of a surge after about 13.5 kilometres, and she's kept going right the way through. She's coming up the final straight now, and the reaction from the crowd here is absolutely fantastic. Arms aloft, Lizzie Dagnan is the 2017 Tour de Yorkshire champion.
We knew that the loft houses would be the breaking point in the race, and we sent Amy Peters up the road in a breakaway, and me and Anna jumped across to her and knew that from that point we had the race in our hands and took advantage, really.
And what about the crowds out there from Yorkshire cheering you on? That must feel pretty special.
Yeah, it's special and surreal. Like, I still can't get my head around how many people came out to support us. It was really, really good.
One thing you can say about this third and final stage, it's been nicknamed the Yorkshire Terrier because it's the hardest stage ever in the Tour de Yorkshire. Over 3,500 metres of climbing, 8 classified ascents, 4 of which come in the last 22 kilometres.
We're at the finish in Sheffield where thousands of riders are coming across the line, having taken part in the Maserati. You are, sir, introduce yourself.
Steve Hardcastle from Harrogate. Well, Markington actually, just north of Harrogate.
And how did you find it today?
I found it tough because my front brake disappeared after about 20 miles, so I was actually having to walk down the hills and then climb the rest. So it was a really tough 60 miles for me.
Do you do a lot of events like this? You've got all the gear, you've got the bike, I presume you do?
Yeah, I do actually. We're raising funds for the Maggie's Hospice in Leeds. A friend of mine, his wife's got incurable cancer.
I was going to ask you, I mean, that must help knowing that it's such a cause which is close to your heart, a personal cause.
It's obviously something I like doing, but it's everybody's been touched by cancer.
On commentary on Radio Yorkshire, 135 riders set out on Friday, 18 teams in this, the third and final stage, 194.5 kilometres, Bradford to Fox Valley, Sheffield. Serge Pauwels made a bid for home with 10 kilometres to go. He's been caught by one of his own teammates, Van Rensburg. Janse Van Rensburg of South Africa, and Serge Pauwels turn into the home straight at Fox Valley now. The fans here screaming their names as they come down this home straight towards the finish. It is the Yorkshire Terrier stage, the third stage of the Tour de Yorkshire, and it has been won by number 71, Serge Pauwels of Belgium. Dimension Data have won it. Serge, congratulations. What does it mean to you to be wearing the blue Tour de Yorkshire winners jersey?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, we were hoping to finish it off with the team, but I was the lucky one to choose the right moment, and I'm super happy to win this race.